Hey, what's going on real quick? So, if you've been paying attention to the news, there's some big changes happening in the real estate industry. How you as a buyer will have to pay your agent, as well as how you as a seller will have to pay your agent, and the way that we advertise homes for sale and what that looks like as far as compensation. So, want to make this really short and quick. Long and short of this whole thing, when you put your home on the market to sell, as a seller, you're going to negotiate a commission with your agent. That agent can no longer advertise a cooperating broker commission in the MLS. That field will be gone. So everything that's for sale will no longer have any sort of advertisement of compensation being offered by the seller, nothing. So that's the biggest change. No advertisement of compensation being offered to a buyer's agent anymore. The big change on the buyer side. So you as a buyer, you will now have to pick your agent. I recommend interviewing a couple, but interview an agent, and you're going to have to sit down and negotiate a professional fee that you are going to pay that agent. And you're going to have that in an agreement, what we call a buyer representation agreement, before you can even tour homes now. So you're going to have that buyer rep agreement in place with a specific time frame, with terms on, if it's exclusive, non-exclusive, if it's just for a few certain amount of homes, or if it's for a contract period for an entire area. You're going to have to negotiate all those things now with your agent, as well as that professional fee that you potentially will have to pay them out of pocket. And now when you go to make an offer, you're going to make your offer on the home, and your agent will then request that seller typically to pay your obligation to pay your agent as a seller concession in the process. There is like a seller concession credit toward your obligation to pay. That way you don't have to pay out of pocket. But of course, these are all things that you need to have a conversation at least with your agent, look at their track record with negotiating concessions, and kind of their history on negotiating these types of things. Because at the end of the day, if you do not negotiate this well, you potentially as a buyer will need to come out of pocket for that commission based on that agreement that you have with your agent. Everything is fully negotiable, as it always has been. So you as a home seller, you can negotiate whatever you want to pay your agent. You can also choose not to hire an agent at all, sell it yourself. You have all these options still. But now you as a buyer, that's really where this comes into play, because you as a buyer, you can go on Zillow and click the button. You can go on Redfin, click the button, get the home tour, and just start kind of assuming a relationship with an agent. But is that the best way to do it, knowing that you potentially may have to come out of pocket 100% to pay this person, this agent, this professional? You want to look at their track record. You want to look at their experience. How many homes do they sell? What kind of examples can they show you of negotiations that they've done? And ultimately, what is their professional fee that they charge for their service? Just like you would hire an attorney. There's some really great attorneys. There's some brand new ones. There's some that have had a bad track record. You have to decide who you want to represent you. So that is something to consider as we navigate this and go into this new world of real estate. If you have any questions, definitely reach out to me. I'm more than happy to fully explain to you what this looks like and how it works, and explain the contracts to you. If we're not exactly even working together and you're just wanting to kind of get some more information on this, totally fine too. I understand you have relationships with other agents at times. That's absolutely great. But at the end of the day, my role here is to just help educate the overall public and everyone that's going to be experiencing this. So reach out to me with any questions you have on any of this. More than happy to just explain it to you, so that way you can go into this marketplace prepared, confident, and well informed.